So now, I'm not crazy. This shit is written. And let's keep in mind, it's not just written in the Bible. It's written in the stars, which was translated into the Bible. But it's still something that's written in the stars, and it's cyclical. So let's say that you have this creator that came down in the beginning, created man, came back down as a man, got killed, lived, died as a man several times, has mastered the art of living and dying. Let's just leave it at that, because he created life. He and she created life. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. You got this big ass, you got all this shit out here that say this motherfucker's supposed to be returned. Alright? But let's just keep it to the Bible. Alright? The Bible says you're supposed to return, that God's supposed to return, bring heaven and earth, and you're supposed to be one with God and live with God. He'll be your father, and you can be his son. SUN, SON, and DAUGHTER. Because they're all one to God. Only difference to you motherfuckers. But they all mean one to God, because God is one. So, when you're looking at it from a God perspective, he's always looking at it from the perspective of non-dualisticness, like you motherfuckers do. You look at it from a duality standpoint. He look at it from a singular standpoint. See my point? So now, with that being said, that being understood, this creator of the Bible that returns, that brings motherfuckers, well, that makes people immortal. Let's just leave it at that. You got all this shit out here. It says that in the Bible, right clear in your face. Real as fuck. Because here, your spirit knows where it comes from. Your spirit knows God. Because God is a spirit that created all things. So, what would be the purpose in immortalizing the spirit that's already immortal? There would be no purpose. So, now, the whole point is spiritual growth and transformation of the motherfucking, what we call flesh, the vessel. We'll just call it the vessel. So your vessels have the ability to be transformed into immortal vessels. Facts. And it's right there in the fucking Bible. Like it's a fucking game. And it's not a fucking game. You just got bitch ass niggas out here playing games with it. But it's not a fucking game. It's clearly clues right in that shit to tell you. Let's get to the time frame on how God created time. God created days, weeks, months, and years. Gave y'all this shit for this shit. Gave y'all rules and regulations on how to live. Told motherfuckers not to play with the stars and all that shit. Do witchcraft, magic, and all that other bullshit. Now you got all these motherfuckers out here doing this shit. And you got this motherfucking energy they can summons and call Satan and Saturn and all this other good shit or whatever. Okay, whatever. The bottom line is this. God created time. So this is why God said he has time to allow them to do this shit, right? Now this is in the Bible. So now God's weapon against Satan and Lucifer is time. Because what runs out on them? Time. Because why? Because they're not mortal. I mean, they're not immortal. They're mortal. It's some mortal bitch-ass men running around here playing with this shit that then assume this energy whose time runs out on them. Meanwhile, time runs out altogether because when they mention the return of God, you enter this belt real good, time won't exist anymore the way it used to. The measurements will be taken from you because that's what they were given to you for, because they were given to you for measurements until he returns. So when he returns, he will remove the measurements that he gave you. The days, weeks, and months and years will be removed. Dummies. That's what the fuck that means. So again, you motherfuckers don't know what y'all prepared for. Y'all clearly don't. And no, y'all niggas clearly not in control. You're clearly not. Time run out on certain motherfuckers before time actually run out on everybody altogether. That's what the fucking Bible tells you. It clearly says that. It clearly tells you that they have appointed times and that their time literally runs the fuck out. For them. For them. They have a certain time frame that they're allowed to do shit and then it runs out. Time itself runs out on them. Why is that? Because God created time. They didn't. That's obvious. God exists inside and outside of time. So that's why he sits there and allows the bullshit and laughs and chuckles and shit at the shit like, whatever, do what the fuck. Because you only got so much time to do it because your time runs out. Literally. And then after time runs out for you, time changes. Time stops existing. Nigga. Why is that? Because you'll be, the ether will be here. Fully. The veil will be fully lifted. That's why. The veil will be fully lifted. the transformation process will be fully complete. That's why. So therefore, why would there be a reason for you to age if you're not aging? See my point? If you can't die because you're immortal, then why would birthdays still exist? See my point? They wouldn't. You would merely just celebrate the time you was immortalized, if anything. That's it. The day you became one with God would be the only thing that you would celebrate. Why would you celebrate birthdays? You celebrate birthdays now because you're human. This is a full spiritual transformation of a spirit. You going from a human being into a spiritual being because God is about evolution and creation, you bitch ass niggas. Everything he create evolves, you bitch ass niggas. Don't you grow up, bitch? Is that not considered evolving, bitch? I can't stand you low vibrational ass niggas. Just cause you smart don't mean you smart. Just cause you got a brain don't mean you got a brain. Just cause you know how to figure out shit don't mean you bitch ass niggas got shit figured out. Biatch!